Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Star of Sister Wives, following the departure of his first 3 marriages, Kody went through a range of emotions. He revealed in the most recent episode that he experienced a really sad period following their departure. He felt completely broken and battled to make sense of his existence. He even started harming himself. He made the decision to break up with Robyn since things had gotten so out of hand. He also mentioned that following his divorce, he had a different outlook on marriage. Kody has always been outspoken about his faith and his capacity to abide by church doctrine. Spiritual rules state that divorce is always frowned upon in society. He found it difficult to acknowledge that he had erred and that he was the one going through a divorce. In the most recent episode, Robyn also asked him if he wanted to be married again and take a new wife in order to maintain polygamy. She understands that he will struggle to stay monogamous because he is used to a certain way of life. Sister Wives. Fans are not impressed by Robyn's new version. Among Sister Wives fans, Robyn is not well liked. She is well known for her deceit, cunning, tears, and other bad qualities. TLC fans were taken aback by her most current iteration in recent shows, though. After a break of nearly 2 months, the program is returning. Robyn's personality changed in the second part. She has begun to feel happier, calmer, and more at ease. She used to cry about everything, so it's shocking that she has ceased sobbing in recent episodes. Rather, she was always grinning, which was really unsettling. Robyn's appearance on screen is no longer desired by fans. Sister Wives. When his other wives left, Kody explained why he wanted to leave Robyn. Kody believes in polygamy and is a devout patriarch. He had to adopt monogamy when his 3 wives deserted him. All he has left now is Robyn. Kody revealed in the most recent episode that his views on marriage had evolved. According to him, entering a marriage is simple, but leaving one is quite difficult. Now, though, things are different. When discussing polygamy with Robyn, he revealed that he was resentful that all of his wives had abandoned him. It felt awful in the final moments with his spouses. He is still frequently resentful about it. But he has finally come to terms with monogamy, in spite of the alterations. He has no intention of getting married again or returning to polygamy. After decades of being a leading polygamist, Kody can now declare with confidence that he has finally found his peace with Robyn. He is happy with their current relationship status. Additionally, he mentioned that there was a time when he wanted to leave Robyn. The Sister Wives actor revealed that he felt damaged and self-destructive, which is why he wanted to end the relationship. Kody thought back to the times he wanted to ruin his relationship with Robyn. In addition, he expressed regret to Robyn for his gloomy space, admitting that it was unfair and that he had wounded her. Robyn was retreating from him because he was upset, Kody explains. He was feeling rejected and angry. He became angry with her as the failure of those multiple marriages grew. The fact that Robyn Brown of Sister Wives mentioned that the original 3, Meri, Jannelle, and Christine Brown, used a scoreboard during their several marriages to Kody Brown leads me to believe that Robyn is still unable to accept responsibility for the harm she caused to them. Before meeting, courting, and marrying Robyn in 2010, Kody lived in what they believed to be blissful polygamy with Meri, Jannelle, and Christine, whom he married in the early 1990s. Robyn was Kody's 4th wife, and I saw how her arrival upset the family's equilibrium in the years that followed. The Brown family dynamic, Robyn's detrimental impact on Kody, and her sister wives' trust, in my opinion, were the main causes of the family's dissolution. Christine left Kody in 2020, and the next year, Jannelle left as well. Meri, who lasted the longest and had what I believe to be the sole true friendship with Robyn, finally left in early 2023. There have been many claims after the OG3 left Kody about who caused the split of the multiple family, and while I believe Robyn had the most influence on the OG3's choice to leave, she refuses to accept responsibility. At first, I thought Robyn's joining the Brown family might be beneficial, but I soon understood that it was completely problematic. At first, Robyn claimed to be thrilled to have sister wives and a community to raise her prior marriage's kids, but it soon became clear that her true one is Kody. Robyn lived with the family for the next 10 years, produced biological children with Kody, and strengthened their relationship. I felt that she naturally drew Kody away from his previous spouses. I wasn't shocked when the spouses began leaving the family one by one. The catalyst that forced the OG3 to leave was the COVID-19 epidemic. In my opinion, Kody chose Robyn because he unjustly spent most of his time with her and her children. I thought Robyn had him in her clutches, and neither of them wanted to part ways, so he could be with the other women and keep those connections going. Kody gave reasons for the pandemic separation from his other spouses, such as the belief that some of his other children were not adhering to COVID protocol. Kody and Robyn were left in monogamy as he only had Robyn, whom he had divorced Meri for. I think Robyn doesn't truly grasp her role in all the negative results and emotions since I've seen her cry and keep talking about how she doesn't understand how things got so terrible and why the family couldn't make things work. The women discussed in individual interviews on the first episode of the second part of Sister Women Season 19, which just aired, why their relationships as sister wives didn't work out and how the family as a whole fell apart as a result. Robyn's thoughts on the subject were rather telling to me. She said that the other spouses used a scoreboard when it came to their time with Kody. Robyn believed that the way Meri, Jannelle, and Christine managed Kody's time and attention was poisonous in a multiple family. Robyn's perspective disillusions me since, when she was occupying most of Kody's time, it was simple for her to claim that keeping score was bad practice. Robyn would be held accountable for failing to encourage Kody to divide his time equitably if she actually kept track of the time she spent with him compared to what he offered the other wives. Throughout my time watching Robyn on Sister Wives, I've noticed that she struggles with accountability. In the season's second episode, Robyn said that no one becomes envious if there are no comparisons. Her idea highlights her ignorance of the OG3's animosity toward her and how she significantly contributed to their sense of unwelcomeness. Another aspect that left the family in disarray, according to Robyn, was so little trust. However, I believe Robyn is unaware that by actively pursuing her soulmate Kody for herself, she encouraged the other sister wives to distrust her. To begin with, Robyn would not have kissed Kody prior to marriage if she genuinely wanted the other spouses to believe her. Additionally, I believe that Robyn would have had more fruitful discussions with her sister wives over the course of the following 10 years in an effort to learn more about their feelings on her time spent mostly with Kody and what wasn't working. Although I think there was a problem with trust in the Brown family, I don't think it started until Robyn was there, because the family had been living together for over a decade before to her without any problems. As Sister Wives Season 19 progresses, I was hoping Robyn would accept responsibility for the OG3's negative feelings about her influence on the family, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Robyn victimizes herself, since she is unaware of it. Given the gravity of the issue, I believe it's feasible that she lacks the mental capacity to accept the harm she has caused. Robyn never seems to admit her participation in the OG3's animosity toward her, which suggests that she will never accept responsibility or recognize her part in the death of the Brown family. On Sister Spouses, Jannelle Brown opened more about the struggles that Kody Brown's previous 3 spouses had before Robyn Brown, the love of his life, entered the picture. In the Sunday, April 27th episode of the TLC series, Jannelle, 55, asserted, "Kody has said, well, all of a sudden I met Robyn and she's this diesel jeans model and she's everything I want. And I think, dude, that's rich." After that, Jannelle talked about the most trying situations she, Kody, 56, Meri Brown, and Christine Brown had to go through as a family. The 46-year-old Robyn joined the group in 2010. Jannelle disclosed, "We went through all the starving years when I was using diaper pins to hold my bra together. We went through all of your crazy, let's move here, let's move there, because we were broke as hell." She said, "She hasn't gone through that with you, but we've been through all of this with you. That's fantastic. You simply pick your tiny diesel jeans model and start living your best life." In 1990, Kody married Meri, then 54, and started a family. Kody married Jannelle spiritually 3 years later, and he married 53-year-old Christine in 1994. The Browns' polygamous household didn't have another wife until 2010, which caused conflict inside the unit. Kody legally divorced Meri and married Robyn in 2014. Then, from a previous relationship, he adopted her 3 children. The family never truly recovered, even though Kody and Meri continued to be spiritually united for 10 more years. In November 2021, Kody and Christine parted ways, and in December 2022, Jannelle declared her separation from the patriarch. In January 2023, Kody and Meri jointly issued a statement announcing their separation. Meri and Jannelle didn't believe Kody's claims that he never loved his ex-partners after their breakup. During Sunday's show, Meri talked to Jannelle about their previous family finances and responsibilities, saying, "We were team players. We set it up in the very beginning," Jannelle concurred. "It seemed like we were all contributing and just putting money in from the first day. They always knew that we had each other's backs too," Meri said. While she was willing to do it then, she said, Kody's comments that he never wanted to marry us and he felt forced to marry us caused her to doubt their commitment to the family. "I don't think so." However, Meri told Jannelle that she also believed Kody was lying, saying, "He's always been so wishy-washy back and forth. I think it's just like his ego can't handle the fact that he's found the love of his life or that he's failed miserably at this," Jannelle said. After being wounded by his previous 3 lives' divorces, Kody admitted at the end of the show that he had been lying about his love for them. "All I said about not loving my wife and other ex-partners was only an attempt to express how I felt about it. I was harassing myself," Kody said. "Oh, yeah, this doesn't affect me," I thought. "Those nasty women are no longer there. In any case, I never loved them. Since it was my sole line of defense, this is actually the nonsense I was saying." He said, "I got my identity from them telling me I was awesome and from my kids telling me I was awesome. And now that they have left, they are calling me a piece of garbage." Because she was also screaming that they were a piece of trash and he was telling them that he didn't love them in the heat of the moment, Kody asserted. "I don't blame them." He came to the conclusion, "I tried to convince myself that I did this on purpose because I didn't love them, but it didn't work for a reason. I adore them, regardless of everything I said about how much I despised them or didn't love them. This circumstance, and all we went through are over. I would be overjoyed if it could be friendly." Kody wanted to walk away from Robyn after his wives left him because he became self-destructive. Introduction. When you think of Kody Brown, you likely think of the infamous family drama, his multiple wives, and the complicated web of polygamy that surrounds them. But what happens when everything unravels? This is a story of love, betrayal, and the fallout from decisions that might just change everything for the Brown family. What happens when Kody, the patriarch of the infamous Brown family, faced the collapse of his polygamous marriage, his wives leaving, and the realization that he had become a shadow of his former self? Kody's self-destructive spiral might have been more than anyone could handle, including his current wife, Robyn Brown. Could Kody have walked away from Robyn, too, as his world collapsed around him? This is the truth behind what really happened when the Browns came to a breaking point. Chapter 1. The beginning of the end, Kody's crumbling relationships. In the early days of Sister Wives, viewers were introduced to Kody and his seemingly ideal polygamous life with 4 wives: Meri, Jannelle, Christine, and Robyn. At first glance, everything appeared perfect, an idealized family with harmony, love, and a shared commitment to polygamy. However, cracks were starting to form beneath the surface. Kody's growing struggles with balancing his relationships and his ego were setting the stage for the chaos that was to follow. Kody's relationship with his first wife, Meri, had already hit a rough patch, and as the years passed, things worsened. He was caught up in a catfishing scandal with a woman he believed to be a long-lost love. Meri, deeply hurt, struggled to keep their connection alive. This would be the first pivotal moment that set Kody on a path to self-destruction. Meanwhile, Kody's relationship with Jannelle had been steady, but lacked the romantic intensity he seemed to crave. With her departure from the family, Kody's other relationships became more strained, but he had Robyn, his 4th wife, by his side, or so he thought. As the other wives began to pull away, it seemed that Robyn, the one who had brought new hope into Kody's life, might be the last one standing beside him. Chapter 2. A Family Divided. The Great Departure. As the tension within the Brown family reached an all-time high, the inevitable happened. Christine Brown, Kody's third wife, decided she'd had enough. With her departure, everything changed. Kody was no longer surrounded by his full family, and the walls that had been slowly closing in around him began to fall faster than he could handle. Jannelle followed suit, revealing her own struggles with Kody's leadership and their troubled relationship. With each wife leaving, Kody found himself spiraling deeper into despair. But there was something even more shocking. Kody had never anticipated Robyn's potential exit. What would happen if she walked away? Would he lose his only remaining support? But in a shocking twist, Kody considered walking away from Robyn himself. Did he really want to keep going with her after everything that happened? Was his self-destructive behavior so intense that it pushed him to even contemplate leaving the one person who had stuck by him through it all? Chapter 3. The Self-Destructive Spiral. Kody's Unraveling Mental State. As Kody's polygamous family crumbled around him, his mental state began to deteriorate. Kody was no longer the confident man who had once seemed to have it all figured out. His attempts to juggle multiple marriages had turned into an overwhelming burden, and he was losing sight of what had once been important to him. His ego had always been a central part of his personality, and when his wives began to challenge his authority and left him, Kody's world began to feel like it was falling apart. He felt abandoned, rejected, and betrayed. Rather than taking responsibility for his actions, Kody instead turned inward, blaming others for the collapse of his family. His self-destructive tendencies, which had been brewing for years, came to a head. But what was behind Kody's self-destruction? Was it just about the wives leaving him? Or was there something deeper? Some experts claim Kody's behavior had long been indicative of a man struggling with control and fear of abandonment. Others believe it was the sheer weight of maintaining such complex relationships that finally took its toll. Whatever the reason, the Kody we knew on Sister Wives had changed. Chapter 4. Robyn Brown, The Last Hope or Another Casualty. Throughout the chaos of the family's downfall, Robyn had remained a constant. But Kody's increasing isolation and self-destructive behavior began to affect their relationship as well. Robyn, who had once been the light in Kody's life, was now caught in the middle of a war she never signed up for. But could Robyn survive Kody's spiraling actions? What happens when you're stuck in a marriage with someone whose emotional state is volatile? In the wake of Christine and Jannelle's departures, Robyn's own emotional well-being was tested. And as Kody began to consider walking away from her, she was left grappling with a terrifying question. Was she truly the final person standing, or was she just another piece of Kody's self-destructive puzzle? Chapter 5. Kody's Reckoning. The Battle for Control. With everything falling apart, Kody was faced with one undeniable truth. He had to confront his demons. But could he? As each wife walked away, Kody had a choice to make: continue down the self-destructive path that had ruined his family, or attempt to rebuild what he had lost. But the question remained: could Robyn survive Kody's emotional destruction? In a family where control was paramount, Kody's inability to lead effectively began to cost him everything. The drama of Kody and Robyn's relationship, especially when considering his other wives' exits, became more than just reality TV. It became a psychological battle for survival. Chapter 6. Robyn's Role. The Wife Who Remained. While Kody was grappling with his self-destructive tendencies, Robyn was also faced with her own difficult choices. She had invested everything in her relationship with Kody, but as Kody's emotional state worsened, Robyn started questioning whether she could weather the storm. The question remained: would Robyn leave, or would she stay and be the emotional anchor Kody needed? As Kody's self-destructive behavior escalated, Robyn found herself being forced to confront the reality of her situation. Would she hold on for the sake of their family, or would she walk away from a man whose self-doubt had consumed him? Chapter 7. The Fallout. What happens next for Kody and Robyn? After everything that happened, where does Kody go from here? Did his self-destructive tendencies permanently damage his relationship with Robyn? And what does the future hold for them? As the dust settles from the emotional fallout of the past few years, Kody and Robyn face an uncertain future. Could Kody recover from the wreckage he created, or was it too late? The story of Kody's self-destruction is far from over, and only time will tell whether he can rebuild his life with Robyn, or if the damage is irreparable. Conclusion. In the end, Kody's journey has been one of highs and lows, triumphs and failures. From a loving family of 4 wives to the self-destructive aftermath of loss, Kody's story serves as a testament to the complexities of relationships and the fragility of human emotions. As for Kody and Robyn, their future remains uncertain. Can Kody rebuild what he lost, or has he pushed everyone away for good? Only time will tell. Call to action. What do you think? Will Kody and Robyn's relationship survive the aftermath of his self-destructive spiral, or will it fall apart just like the other marriages? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. This script offers a comprehensive, clickbait-style approach to the topic, with emotionally charged elements that captivate readers. Each chapter explores different facets of Kody's life, his self-destructive behavior, and his relationship with Robyn, setting up a dramatic conclusion that leaves readers wanting more.